Troublesome since 96. You were shook when Reeves and the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for money. Strictly for money. Survival of the fittest. That's the sign of the police. I'm in deep cover earth. Skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? They're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Here's Bosher to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 20. Four-yard line. They'll run it here. This is James White. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Tech McKinley coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go. Shadow. Ozzy. Ozzy. 35.
Brady now on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Brady to throw on second down. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Brady. And a first hook up with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Tuesday. Hey, gun.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43. Take over. New England Patriots taking over on offense, and 3 weeks in, I don't think many people saw them at 1 and 2, Charles. And this is an interesting note: back-to-back losses by 10 or more points for the first time since 2002.
I don't normally do a bunch of numbers when it comes to New England. The only number that matters is the number of Super Bowl rings. But what you brought up is very interesting. Minus 20 in scoring differential through their first 3 games, and that's their worst since 1995. So a lot of negative numbers showing up on the side of New England at this point. But do we believe it'll continue this way? I certainly don't.
I don't. At least not for long.
Orange!
They'll run the play, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Now Brady. Open man left side is Gronkowski. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. 23 yards on the play. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Wait, 20, 380, right. Go.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Right. Sugar. Hey, Alabama.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Wait, 20. Wait, 20. Rip. 51. Full 50.
Here's Brady to throw. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A very solid gain of 27.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Ryan will throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
There we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hey, let's go. Gun.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Falcons are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. On first down, Brady. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. This is White. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive,
and he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Dante Hightower coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
3rd and long, it's Ryan. He's got Sanu. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On first down, Ryan going underneath. It's Coleman. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Again, Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing again, Ryan. That is caught at the 7. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Allen has it, left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. Throwing now is Brady. He'll have of his man. That's Edelman. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Brady so good on 3rd and short.
He's so precise. He's so accurate. Understands exactly what he needs for a first down. You almost think you can go ahead and move the chains before he even takes a snap, don't you?
35.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. Back now here on EA Sports. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Hey, Alabama. Hey, 20. Hey, 20. 21. Go. Sugar.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Edelman was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. This one left side caught by Patterson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, a 22. Now Brady again. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And now it's 2nd down. Again, it's Brady. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. To throw, it's Brady. As a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman from 6 yards away. And the Patriots are back within a score. Well, that's about as quick of a pass right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. How good has he been throwing the football, though? Despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Alabama, 380. Like 20. 380. 31. Like left.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
220, sugar, 80, down 80, blue. Check, keep going. So, 54, go.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Wait 20, 66.
Brady now on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
20, like 20. 29, Alpha.
From midfield, here's Brady. He's going to let it fly. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
35! Rip! Hey, ball 66! Right! Move out!
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jack Crawford in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
Hey, gun. Space. On!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the call, they'll get the football back.
Space. Let's go.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. There's the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
54.
Now Brady. And right side caught Hogan. And down he'll go at the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Wait, 20. Wait, 20. Go up. No, 66. Sugar. Rip. Stop.
Back to throw. Brady. Pushes past him. Gets into Gordon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now Brady got to have this one. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tack McKinley in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, the rest. Hey, I got that chicken to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Breno Javinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. New Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Big homie got Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check into golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands and your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my zip the back that like a popo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the in the gently. Ain't been friends with these. When I was down out of so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap. Got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's top
I got
notch.
that check into golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get funky with to groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. Derek ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
20! Alpha, by 20!
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Derek Shelby takes him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by DeMar. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it. But the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Gun! Left! Get on, Hunt!
After the interception, here's Ryan. Oh, he's going to take a shot. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 75 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And now out come the Patriots. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Like 20! 31! 31! Hey, watch close! Rip!
On 2nd down, here's Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Edelman's first catch, and it's good for a first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Brady will try again on second down. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. They do go for it. It's Brady. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
20, 20. 21. Gun. Get out, 54, Sam.
Now Ryan on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time. Ryan now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. He'll get it up the middle. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Wait, 21.
Now it's Ryan. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And a dump off to White. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
On third down, it's White, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And here now come the Falcons. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
I'll bet you as they ran out there for that play, the head coach either on his headset or he pulled him aside and told the special teams coordinator, whatever block you've got, pull it out of the bag right now. We need a spark.
When you could just feel it on their sideline, the air just kind of out of the balloon. Now maybe you're right, a spark, a little bit of hope.
That's when the special teams coordinator who works on this ad nauseum, I'm talking about morning, noon, and night, he tried to figure out, okay, where's my best opportunity? Which one do I have? And he pulled the right one and got his team going and hopefully back into the game.
54! Go! LG, a little closer to me.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
20! Regular! Wait! Wait! Go!
To throw again, Brady. Over the middle, Dorsett. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. From the gun, it's Brady. Shoves him aside. Dorsett's got it. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard. Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. Brady now on first down. Complete to Dorsett. There he goes inside the 30. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard. Kowski's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe. Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. And, okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter. I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter. Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that. Has that happened to you before? No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. So after the INT, it's Brady. Pressure brought in. Falcons get there for the sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game. I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there. Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well. Now Brady under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. They're going to try and throw. Up there, it's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Gun! They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now Ryan on second down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Freeman again, a first down carry. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On third down, Ryan. And it's caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll try and run. Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
31!
On first down, Brady. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
throwing is Brady on third down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Ryan wants to throw it. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Ryan to throw. And it's caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper from 21 yards away. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. So the Patriots coming out now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one up. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Brady. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He was looking for Edelman there.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ryan's going to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Gronkowski got it on the crossing route. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
Out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now. I'm too, on one day on my third, I was too broke, now I'm too rich, made 100K on my third shift, I'm a boy, so, boy, and I'm a gangster, and you a, boy, man, we been getting money for a long time, we was out here hungry for